beyond the night, we will be together.
Hi everyone, welcome to your best TV station online. This is G9ijaTV Municipal Headlines this morning, Tuesday, 12th of March 2024. I'm your host, Dr. Champion Michael. And today we have very interesting stories we want to bring to your table, to your desk. With G9ijaTV, you always stay informed, stay ahead of the curve. And today we'll be looking at a few top stories from the dailies. And please just stay with us, don't touch that dial. First on my list today, Vanguard newspaper. And there's a very important and interesting headline on budget padding. If you don't fear suspension, fear God, Senator Karimi replies Ningi. Budget padding. If you don't fear suspension, fear God, Senator Karimi replies Ningi. And just a few details into that story. There's a query, they have been asked to query the source of 3 million naira paid to consultants. Says 3 trillion naira belong to agencies on first line charge. Wow. A prominent member of the Northern Senators Forum, NSF, Sunday Karimi, APC Kogi West, has challenged the chairman of the forum, Senator Abdul Ningi, to come clean about allegations that the 2024 budget has an unexplained 3 trillion naira component. Karimi said this in an interview with Vanguard in Abuja on Monday. He explained that Ningi was being economical with the truth when he claimed that he spoke in his personal capacity in the controversial interview he granted the Hausa service of the British Broadcasting Corporation. Karimi said, I'm a member of the Northern Senators Forum. The first question I want to ask our chairman is, where did the 3 trillion naira he paid the consultants on behalf of the forum come from? We were with him when he took the report from the consultants to see the Senate president. If not for mischief, why did he rush the press? After our meeting with the Senate president asked that the report be made available and that the Senate will set up a committee to review it. Till this hour, the report has been presented. I heard he said he was not afraid of suspension. I agree, but I urge him to fear God, who is the ultimate judge. More details of that story, very interesting, on budget padding, you can see on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Grab your copy. Away from there, let's quickly move to the Punch newspapers and look at a very interesting top story. President Tinubu condemns farmer-header clashes, unveils Niger State agri airport projects. President Bola Tinubu on Monday said that given adequate provision of lands by state governments, his administration was ready to implement a comprehensive program to end farmer headers clashes nationwide. Tinubu gave this assurance when he flagged off the food security and agricultural mechanization program in Niger State on Monday. A statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngelnali, revealed that Tinubu also pledged his commitment to ensuring food sufficiency and protecting local industries for sustainable economic growth. The statement was titled, President Tinubu inaugurates agricultural machinery in Niger State, says Nigeria must feed its people and have enough for export. Tinubu's comments come nearly 2 weeks after the federal government commenced the Pulaku initiative, a large-scale resettlement program to address the root causes of growing clashes between farmers and herders in various flashpoints nationwide. It's a good initiative and, of course, in a good direction to go. Thank you, Mr. President. Away from there, let's quickly get to something very interesting, which I smiled when I saw this. Premium Times newspaper headline: Nigerians react as UK bans healthcare workers from bringing dependents. Interesting. Nigerians react as UK bans healthcare workers from bringing dependents. UK revealed that a disproportionate 120,000 dependents accompanying 100,000 workers in the country in 2023. Now, the UK is saying that last year alone, 100,000 health workers went to the UK, and they went along with 120,000 dependents, their wives, children, maybe nephew, maybe niece, maybe uncle, maybe auntie. The government of the United Kingdom has barred going forward immigrating health and care workers from bringing along dependents. The UK Home Office made this known in a statement published on the government's website on Monday. It described the development as a new law to cut migration and tackle care worker visa abuse, stating that a disproportionate 120,000 dependents accompanied 100,000 workers in the country in 2023. Care providers in England acting as sponsors for migrants will also be required to register with the Care Quality Commission (CQC), the industry regulator for health and social care, in order to crack down on worker exploitation and abuse within the sector, the statement reads in part. Details and more of that story can be found in your very interesting newspaper this morning, Premium Times Nigeria. Would that curb the jackpot for our health workers? Only time will tell. All right, quickly, as I'm going to wrap up, we will look at Sahara Reporters news headline this morning. Nigerian troops berate shameless Senate President Akpabio over careless utterances at Wigwe's burial. Of course, we know of Herbert Wigwe, the late group CEO of Access Holdings Limited. Wigwe, who died in a helicopter crash in the United States alongside his wife Chizoba and son Chizi, was buried on March 7, 2024, after a combined funeral service at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Lion of Judah Parish, Isiokpo, in Rivers State. Okay, now more of those details. We have Nigerians have on Twitter, formerly Twitter now called X, have berated the country's Senate President Godswill Akpabio for his speech during the burial of Herbert Wigwe, the former group's CEO of Access Holdings PLC in Rivers State on Saturday. Wigwe, who died in a helicopter crash in the United States alongside his wife Chizoba and his son Chizi, was buried on March 9, 2024, after a combined funeral service at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Lion of Judah Parish, Isiokpo, in Rivers State. Unfortunately, Mr. Bimbola Ogunbanjo, the former group chairman of the Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, was also on board the ill-fated helicopter and, of course, lost his life. So sad one there. The Senate President and other dignitaries, including Peter Obi and Aliko Dangote, attended the burial ceremony. In his speech, the Senate President complained that Peter Obi, who was a former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, was given more honor than him, the number third citizen of the country. Akpabio also took a jibe at Governor Siminalayi Fubara over a comment made by the latter in his speech at the funeral. Well, you want to know details of that story? Go and grab a copy of Sahara Reporters and find out for yourself. Okay, as we begin to wrap up, let's quickly look at an interesting one also from the Punch newspaper about illegal structures. Government removes illegal structures for coastal highway construction. The Lagos State government has begun the removal of illegal structures and shanties to reclaim coastal road alignment for the ongoing construction of the Lagos-Calabar Highway project. Of course, it has been public knowledge that is a current construction of the Lagos-Calabar Highway project, of which, of course, the present governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is spearheading that. The President Bola Tinubu-led federal government announced last week Thursday that it had begun the construction of the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, of course, in conjunction with the Lagos State government. The Coastal Highway project is expected to go up a whopping sum of 1.067 trillion naira for the first phase of the construction. While speaking on the Lagos State government's role, the Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, announced on his verified X handle at Tokunbo_Wahab on Monday that structures along Jakonde Estate and Mayegun, both in the Lekki area of the state, were being removed. He wrote, the Lagos State government this morning began the removal of all illegal structures and shanties built around Jakonde Estate and Mayegun Lekki. This enforcement is geared towards reclaiming the coastal road alignment for the Lagos-Calabar Highway project of the federal government and the urban regeneration of the area. According to the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway is an ambitious project of the federal government aiming to connect 9 states and also link northern part of the country. What a good initiative, I must commend. And of course, as a wrap for this morning, we will take the Senate inaugurates committee to probe 30 trillion CBN loan obtained. What an interesting story. You can find that, of course, in the Daily Trust this morning. Senate inaugurates committee to approve 30 trillion naira CBN loan obtained under the former President Buhari. The Senate on Monday inaugurated an ad hoc committee to probe how 30 trillion naira ways and means loans of the Central Bank of Nigeria was disbursed during the last administration. The committee is also saddled with the responsibility of investigating the anchor borrowers program under Buhari's regime. Daily Trust reports that Ways and Means is a loan facility through which the CBN finances the government budget shortfalls. The inauguration of the committee was sequel to a report of joint committees on banking, insurance, and other financial institutions, finance, national planning, agriculture, and appropriations after an interaction with the federal government's economic management team. Details of that story you can find on the Daily Trust newspaper. And that's where we call it a wrap this morning on your most exciting TV channel, G9ijaTV's newspaper headlines this morning for Tuesday, 12th of March 2024. With G9ijaTV, you can always stay informed, stay ahead of the curve, and get information. A wise man said, if you're not informed, you'll be deformed. Thank you for watching this wonderful channel, of course, being our guest today. And of course, I'm Dr. Champion Michael signing out. See you, same time, same station tomorrow. Bye.